This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand for Tuesday, January 6th, 2026. I'm Gary Dick. Evansville-based Wellborn Foundation has received approval from the Indiana Department of Insurance to launch a multi-employer welfare arrangement, or MEWA, designed specifically for Indiana nonprofits to address the rising cost of health care for employees. The foundation says through the MEWA, organizations can pool their resources to access more affordable and sustainable health care options, says CEO Pat Creech.
Most nonprofit organizations either aren't large enough or have significant enough budgets to be able to provide high quality and affordable health care.
In the business of sports, the city of Fort Wayne is set to host the quarterfinal and semifinal rounds of the NCAA Division III men's basketball tournament in March. 8 teams will compete at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. Fort Wayne has hosted 5 Division III men's championships since 2019, with each event generating an average economic impact of $1.8 million for the city. Housing solutions. Thrive West Central is seeking proposals from builders to construct 28 single-family homes in an initiative that the organization believes will boost property values and encourage further investment in an Eastside Terre Haute neighborhood. A 2022 analysis noted that the West Central region of Indiana has an aging housing stock, a mismatch of supply and demand, and very little new construction. You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick, coming to you this week from Northwest Indiana, Jeffersonville, Muncie, South Bend, in downtown Evansville, Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, Richmond, from one of the state's key entrepreneurial and innovation hubs, 16 Tech. Inside Indiana Business, Indiana's business news leader. Legislative Democrats want state government to do more to help Indiana families deal with rising costs.
House and Senate Democrats announced Monday proposals for repealing the state's 7% sales tax on residential utility bills and increasing state funding for child care programs. Democratic leaders said families are facing a cost of living crisis and that they would push for the Republican-dominated legislature to provide relief for the growing expenses for utilities, medical care, housing, and child care. Democrats targeted the Braun administration's actions to not enroll any more children into the program for taxpayer-funded child care until at least 2027 and slash the payment rates to daycare centers. They argue the state has enough money to end the wait list of some 30,000 children for the low-income program. Their push for additional child care funding comes after new projections show that the state's cash reserves could grow to nearly $5 billion by the middle of 2027, more than double what was anticipated when the new state budget took effect in July. But legislative Republicans are also considering whether to go along with tax cuts that President Donald Trump pushed through Congress last year in what was dubbed the One Big Beautiful Bill. An analysis from Braun's administration estimates that total state tax breaks on businesses and individuals could top $900 million over the next 2 years if the legislature were to conform state tax law with all the federal changes. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indiana artists looking to turn their creative ideas into a viable business now have an opportunity to gain business knowledge through the Vision and Venture program, recently launched by the Indiana Arts Commission. The Vision and Venture program is designed for creatives with less than 1 year of business experience. It's a 6-week virtual series that places artists at the center of business strategy discussions, helping them to create strategic plans and learn marketing skills to build successful creative enterprises. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.